On to my pick, which is going to surprise nobody. But I think after a year fraught with injury, this player missed 7 games in 2022, but still was able to amass 33 receptions for about 413 yards. I think Greg Dulcich is going to have that breakout year, not only because he's that prototypical build of a tight end, that I think Sean Payton is going to be able to make a lot of combinations, some winning combinations there for the offense. I think it's an intriguing aspect that not only was he able to do a lot with only a couple of games, I just really hope that it's not a 2 touchdown year. I hope it's double or triple that. There really is able to show Dulcich, oh my goodness, Dulcich's ability to be a multifaceted tight end. And I think that that's where this comes into a breakout category, because you're going to see obviously very flashy signs of a very special player dealing with an unfortunate injury, to be able to rehab that, have an entire season to really get on grips with that hamstring, and then come back hopefully stronger than ever. So big ol' ups to Greggy D, Frankie Abbott shouting out in the chat. Thanks for joining us, Frankie. Guys, tear it apart.
Yeah, let's ride. Yeah, let's ride.
I have a question. Why is Greg Dulcich, feel like, flying under the radar to Broncos fans after his rookie season? I don't hear much about Greg Dulcich, and it's a weird thing, especially for the production he had as a rookie, who didn't play for a long while, didn't get those reps in training camp that we wanted, just came in playing a position that usually takes a long time to develop, and came in as a player that was productive right out the gate. Took what everyone thought was the starting tight end's Albert O spot in the snap of finger. The moment he was healthy is the moment he was in the starting lineup, which told you about what the Broncos' prior coaching staff thought of him. They thought of Greg Dulcich very, very highly, and I thought he lived up to expectations. So I am excited to see what year 2 looks like. I do want him to become a better blocker. Maybe some of that offseason peanut butter, as Vach Lombardi would say. He comes into the gym, gets a little, gets that grown NFL vet body, and he's able to go out there and be more productive in that facet of his game. I like Greg Dulcich. I wonder if he's ever going to be one of the elite tight ends in the NFL, but I think he can be a good one.
Well, don't sleep alongside the rest of Broncos country by not failing to mention that coming into your second year in the season is a great time to put on some weight there. So I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Less of the stringy ability that you have as a young kid. You're going into your body, you're going into the system. I think that it's just going to prove positive that the experience there going into year 2, year 3, I think it's just going to ramp up. Hopefully, if he's able to stay healthy. Zach.
Yeah, I love the pick. I think he's going to break out. Joey, both of you put it really well. It's crazy to me that Broncos country is sleeping on, a potential breakout from him. I don't know if he's ever going to be a great blocker, but I think he can be a fine one. And even if he's not, like, oh no, what will Sean Payton do with a really good receiving tight end that isn't the best blocker? Mm-hmm. Is there any historical examples we can look to? Yeah, we can look to some really successful ones, primarily Jimmy Graham, but even like Jared Cook had a lot of.
Yeah, just about to say Jared Cook. Yeah,
but like, look at what Jimmy Graham did with Sean Payton, and I don't think Greg Dulcich has Jimmy Graham's athleticism. Not to say he's a bad athlete. I don't think it's at Jimmy Graham's level, but I don't think Jimmy Graham ever had Greg Dulcich's feel and understanding of spacing. So I don't know. I think I could see a huge breakout for Dulcich in that regard. My one concern is going to be injury with the hamstring thing that plagued his rookie season. Is that going to be something we see pop up again in 2023? I'll counter my own concern there and say, well, he was really, really healthy in college. He really didn't miss any time once he entered the starting lineup there. So it's not like he has maybe like a KJ Hamler. Actually, KJ Hamler has it in 2 ways, where he has a long history of injury and also has a body type that makes you worried about being more prone to injury anyways. I don't think you have those concerns with Greg Dulcich, so I think there's a good chance he stays healthy.
Yeah. And Zach, even to what you were talking about, former Saints tight ends, Jeremy Shockey was a really good one. There's been Sean Payton, to Colton Cooper's point right here, has been he's had a lot of success with different tight ends in that offense, which I'm excited to see for Greg Dulcich. I really hope he has a great year.
In case you're wondering what Joey's comment is that he's referring to, is Coops in the chat saying there's been some fun stuff in his past playbooks, Sean Payton's playbooks for tight ends. I'm excited for Dulcich. We are too. Well, at least I am.